Hey everyone, in this video we will continue solving OSCP-similar HacktheBox machines, and we will be following more easy to medium machines, and we will not be using Metasploit. We will just use manual exploitation, and we will be solving these 3 boxes in less than 30 minutes. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump in.
Welcome to your OffSec certification. Penetration. Test. Better than the rest.
The first box is October from HacktheBox. It's a medium box, a Linux machine, and let's start the enumeration phase. As you can see, I started the Nmap scan, and as you can see, there is only 22 SSH port is open and 80 HTTP port is open. And as you can see, there's October CMS vanilla. Detail has already been shared, so there's a CMS system, as you can see. I will run debuster immediately since there is an HTTP page. I need to deal with directory brute forcing to see if there are any endpoints that is hidden that I can deal with. So I am setting the word list from user, share, word list, debuster, and the medium list that you will see now. Word list, debuster, and the directory list 2.3 medium txt. We are starting to scan, and it will show up here. So if you go to the page, as you can see, there is a CMS system. From debuster results, we will oh yeah, there is an error. Yeah. So from the debuster results, you will see the endpoint backend. If you wait enough, let's go to the endpoint. It redirects us to a login page for admins. Apparently, it says administration area. I tried admin, which is the default password, as you can see, for most of the systems, and it let me log in. There's a misconfiguration issue here, apparently. So I started checking online for October CMS, what kind of vulnerabilities are there. As you can see, there's PHP code execution via file upload. So what I've done is I copied this PHP reverse shell file, which is a default file in Linux, to my current working directory. And I will try to upload this file via the media option. I will try to upload it as PHP file. I'm not changing any extension or anything right now. Test.php file. When I try to upload it, it says error uploading file. So I'm trying to see what kind of file extension is allowed. Well, basically, I will just copy the file as PHP5. This is a really easy trick to bypass this restriction. And of course, I will modify the file because this is the default file content. You can remove the comment. I'm generally doing that, but be careful, don't remove the non-comment parts. And then we will change our IP address for our own IP address from ton0 interface for HacktheBox VPN, and port can be any port that you're gonna listen to the show on. I will keep it as default 1234, and I will start listening on 1234 now, if I can speak. At least I can type, even if I cannot speak, whatever. So I will be uploading the file test.php5, and we bypass the restriction. This is probably the first thing you should check on. What I will do is I will be running the file. You can just see that there is a click here option on the right side. Oh yeah, I am slow there. Yeah, I clicked on it and voila, we got the shell, perfect, but it says data, so it's useless. Which means we have to do a privilege escalation. So I will be using the following Linux enumeration script. I am saving it to my own machine. As you can see here, linenum. There's a really basic sh bash script file. So I will be listening with simple HTTP server on this working directory so that I can get the file with wget. So I will be writing wget, writing my own IP address, port number 8000. As you can see, I'm listening on HTTP. Find an HTTP server. I'm getting the file. I'm changing the permission so that I can run this file script, and I'm running it. Let's wait until we get the results so that we can view what kind of results we have and what we can use. going through what I can use. I'm checking SUID, GUID, permissions. If we go down there, down there. Oh yeah, and as you can see, SUID files, this is running as root, and this is not a default file that you are seeing. So the overflow file, I run it, and as you can see, it's looking for input string. I decided to first create the script with Python, then I said, oh yeah, let's give it a try and put not so many input there. Maybe it will cause a buffer overflow. Let's try it. I'm trying that without creating it with Python. It didn't give me an error. So I said, let's do it again with more script. Paste the same thing over and over again. And it gives a segmentation error. My favorite buffer overflow. Let's jump into exploitation. So first I'm copying the file, this binary file, to my own machine so that I can work on it with GDB. Let's see, as you can see, I'm listening with netcat on port 8888, and whatever file is coming to my way, I am saving it as overflow. And at the same time, I'm sending this on the vulnerable box, and it came to my way. Perfect. As you can see, overflow file is here. Now I will be running this with GDB to make sure that I can understand what's going on and what is the vulnerability here. First thing I'm doing is trying to find the offset. Creating is as a pattern create file. We will go back to this later. I'm running it with this pattern that I created. It gave me the following address for the segmentation fault, and I will be checking that address to find offset with this Metasploit module. It gave me 112. Cool, I will be using this information later. Now I realize that there is also GDB located in the vulnerable box, so I decided to run the file on the vulnerable box. Why not? So that I can learn a couple of important addresses to use an exploitation technique that you will see now. Okay, first I'm looking for system address here with the command p system. It gave me the address, perfect. I will be noting this in Sublime to use it later. P system and address, perfect. Then I need to find the bin sh address, and I'm using the following technique to do that. And it gives me the address again. I'm saving it on my Sublime file, and I am verifying if this address is really bin sh. Yes, it is. I'm also looking for address exit, and I'm copying it too. Yeah, let's specify that it's bin sh and exit addresses here. Now I need to write this in little endian form as the following. I'm taking system exit and bin sh in the right order and writing it with taking the two digits together, starting with the end part. 10, C3, 16, B7, and then same thing for exit. And of course, after the backslash, I'm supposed to write X. I don't know why I forgot it. Yeah, you should see me while I'm writing an exploit. It gives me an error, and I'm like, oh my god, what did I miss? Of course, I missed a lot of stuff. I think I'm so excited when I'm writing the exploit, so it makes me forget something sometimes. Whatever, cool. Okay, at the same format, I'm writing ACEB76B7. Don't forget the X. Yeah, cool. All right, we have the little endian format. This is pretty cool. Now we will be writing our comment in here. Don't worry, we will be pasting this in the vulnerable box. So I'm putting a loop while true, do the following from file, run it. And I will be writing the fighting code here, Python C for comment. Comment is print, with what are we printing? 112, the offset that we found with pattern create. And then the little endian format for system exit and bin sh. And done. Let's send this and brute force it until we get the result as root. Let's see. Because this file is running as root, we saw this in SUID files and linum bash script. So we are waiting until we get the root. It stops and we will ask, who are you? Who am I? Yeah, and it gives us root, cool, root dance, exciting stuff. If you want to verify, ask on my root, get the root.txt file, super cool. Awesome. Yeah, we're copying and pasting now. Cool stuff. I like this box. So the next one is Netmon. It's an easy box. It's a Windows box, so I think you would enjoy it. Let's start with the nmap scan as always. I'm using -sc, -sv, and vv option. vv means verbose, -sv means give me the version information, and -sc is use nmap save script. We're starting our scan. It will take a while. Let's wait for it. As you can see, FTP, HTTP, SMB ports are open. Let's see the results for the version information. Anonymous FTP is allowed. Perfect, my favorite. HTTP, we are seeing that PRTG is running in the background, and we can see the version information also. SMB ports are there. Cool. Let's do some more enumeration here. I got a bunch of information. I'd like to start with FTP enumeration for anonymous FTP. I'm writing my IP address, writing anonymous for name and no password. And I'm checking if they're in the files. Cool, I actually see directory listing here. I'm checking for program files to see this PRTG. Maybe there are password or anything, but I cannot see anything. So I'm thinking maybe for PRTG, the default directory is somewhere else. I'm gonna check users now to do checking for users, thinking that maybe we can get the users txt file. Why not? Why not? We're going there, as you can see in public directory, user.txt is here. You can get it in your working directory and read the file. Cool. But that's not what I want. I want to get a password, and I know that on webport PRTG is running. So I'm thinking I should probably look for configuration files, but first I need to find where the PRTG configuration files are stored. So I'm checking for program files 86. So let's see there. We're going there, ls, as you can see, PRTG network monitor is here. I'm going to that directory. And I'm also checking for their official website to understand where the configuration files lie. As you can see, it asks for where is the configuration stored, and it gives us this directory now. I'm scrolling a bit to see what's going on. Is there any other information I can use? Going up again. Yeah, here is the program directory. So it says program data, pass layer, PRTG network monitor. So I'm thinking since there's a directory listing vulnerability and I can check it with anonymous FTP, why not? I will just go there now after writing it wrong for a couple of times. Yeah, I have this trouble with FTP sometimes. So yeah, we arrived there, PRTG network. Perfect. So I am seeing a couple of files here, like dot files, backup files and stuff. So I'm thinking if these are default files that I'm already supposed to see, so I don't need to check them maybe. Dot files, yeah, monitoring configuration, alt extension, it's also supposed to be there. But what is alt.box? That's a new file. That's not a default file. So we're thinking maybe I should check this file out. So I will just be downloaded this file with get comment, and I will just check it out if there are any password or any credentials that I can use. So I'm getting the file with get comment. Don't forget to use quotation marks as it includes a space. It will give you an error, guys. Just get it with get comment in a quotation mark. Perfect. We are all learning from our mistakes. All right, so I am reading the file with less comment. I don't want to get it with cat. Right, we are reading it with less. We're going down, down, down. I'm trying to find the credentials. And yeah, that looks promising. And when I go down enough, Not so much. I am seeing DB password. I am happy now. Finally, some credentials. As you can see, it ends with 2018. I'm thinking that admin is, I'm sure that deciding the password depends on the year. We are going with the password credentials that we found. Username is PRTG admin. Makes sense. And I'm just pasting the password. This not very complex, predictable thing. It says fail. So I'm thinking maybe I should just change the year because it says 2018. Maybe system admin just changed it to 2019 instead of writing a new password. So voila, it's success. Are we surprised? No, you will see it on consultancy when you go to client locations so many times. Don't be surprised how lazy they can be. I'm seeing the version information here. I'm checking them for it, and I'm seeing that there's a comment injection vulnerability in the notifications page. This is super cool. I suggest you guys to read this article. Super easy to understand. But let's figure it out ourselves because we need to look around, play around a bit. That's the fun part, right? Set up account settings. Notifications, voila, it's there. So I can actually add a new notification with this plus button, and I will just click on add notification, new notification, to include my comment. And I will play around a bit to make sure that my comment is included. My comment can run in the background, which will give me the shell, hopefully. So if you see there is an option for execute program. You can get these details from the blog post that I showed you already. For this, we will be saving the file as a PowerShell script, PS1. I will be writing the following. The file test.txt, using pipe to write another comment, net user, Kalisa will be the username that I will be using, password, passvd1234, the password that I'm writing, classic net user comment add, so that we will be adding the user. And now I want this user, the newly added user, to be administrator, not local group administrator, Kalisa add. Super easy comments, but these are like default comments. You should probably know about these. They're really easy to memorize, understand, whatever. Right, that's it. And we will be saving the notification. Cool. Cool. We have the notification here. We need to run this. We need to test this so that we can log in with the credentials that we already, with the user that we just created. Notification, I'm going there. I need to run it. And then we will just first say resume and then test. I had some problems here. The password that I set didn't work. I changed the password, as you can see here. I added an exclamation mark, saved again, resume, pause, resume, pause. I don't know why it's created so many problems for me. Maybe I need to reset the box or something. I'm sure that I messed it up a bit. As you can see, I pause, resume. You're not supposed to do this. If everything works in a way that it's supposed to, you will just say resume and test notification like this. And I will be using evolvinrm to log in with the credentials that I just created. I'm using the user credentials, and voila, we got a shell. When I ask who am I, Netmon Kalisa, but Kalisa should be an administrator, so I should be able to go to administrator directory to get the root.txt file. But you can just ask with net user Kalisa. Oh, by the way, Kalisa is my dog's name. Cool, whatever. Then it says administrators, and we will go to administrators directory to get the root.txt file. Cool. We just solved the box, another one. As you can see, it's not hard, guys. You just need to know these techniques and you will get this experience in time. The next mission is Optimum. It's an easy Windows box. I like solving Windows boxes, so you will see the same options with a map with me all the time. I'm generally not saving these files as I'm recording it already, so no need to have the memories of nmap out scans, out files, output. Oh my god. Okay, there's a web server running in the background. It says HTTP file server. Cool, cool, cool. I know that there are already vulnerabilities with this, but I need to check the version. Cool. I don't know. I think I solved an OSCP bugs like this. Okay. So what am I doing is that I'm going there and poking around a bit. In the search option, there's an RC vulnerability, but in this video, I won't be using it. That's what I'm talking about. You can also go through that. It's very easy to figure it out. But I will be using the following because we'll just be using the script manually. So I'm getting the file first. As you can see, I saved the file here as hfs.py. I got it with wget comment. The only thing that I changed is the IP address and the local port that I will be listening on. I wrote my own IP address and the port number that I will be listening on. Like I said, I am creating a new tab. I don't know why I'm creating so many tabs. Not needed at all. Yep. So I'm listening on port 8888 and I will be running this script now. HFS, port number, and the IP address of the vulnerable box, and it gives us immediately a shell. How lovely is this? But it's the Optimum user, Costas user in the Optimum box, and I'm checking for system info as the low-hanging fruit to make sure that I can use this output in my privilege escalation. So in this video, we will be seeing a really easy technique to do privilege escalation on a Windows box. Well, we are basically getting an output for system info comment, and we will be using the following tools now to see if there are any public exploits that we can use with the versioning information, patch on the system, and any kind of information like that. And I will be using the following tool, the WSNG Windows exploit suggester. It should be, I think. All right, we're going to that directory. And as you can see, there's a Python file. So I will be running this file with the output that I got from the system info comment. When I run it, it will give me a bunch of exploits that I can use. It's so nice. It's even given like the URLs that you can use for the exploit and stuff. It's pretty cool, but it requires you to manually go over that and try the exploits because not all of them are working. But it's suggesting depends on the patches installed on the server. So for this specific video, we will be using the following integer overflow, which will give us the integer to the system. So this is the exe file that I am talking about. For the exploit, I'm sending it to the vulnerable box with the following comment. If it's super quick for you, just pause the video, guys. As you can see, I uploaded the file here. I'm running it as kalisa.exe, which gives me anti-other system. So this is the video that we have. So this is three OSCP-similar HacktheBox machines that are easy to medium, but they're easy to understand. The techniques that you can follow easily on any HacktheBox machines or any OSCP boxes. So we'll learn new stuff today in this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. So I will continue solving more medium boxes, we can say. I think there are no easy boxes that we can solve, but I will be solving medium ones in the next video or videos before we jump into the hard one and insane ones. In every single box, we're learning a different technique, whether it's for web application or for privilege escalation. I can suggest you guys my GitHub repository for different techniques that I use for privilege escalation for both Linux and Windows if you want to see them all in one place. But I think it makes more sense to use them on different HacktheBox machines, or if you're using a different platform, doesn't matter, or OSCP boxes. so that you can actually have experience on these privilege escalation techniques. I mean, of course, it's generally more easy people to get the shell. I mean, if you can't get the shell, you can't do the privilege escalation for sure. But it's really important that you can do privilege escalation yourself. Don't trust on Metasploit. Try to do it yourself because that will make you a hacker, right? All right, enough of the chit chat. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will be continue creating a new one for the next week. And until then, stay tuned. Cheers.
This one dedicated to all those who complete the mob sex certification, the ones who not fault and not waver. No one to try hard and get braver. You must not fail, you must not nigga the bus. Try hard.